What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Play Death Road to Canada with DogAndPony. I'm DogAndPony, and this is Death Road to Canada. We're, of course, continuing here with our not totally dog run, unfortunately. Not a big fan of that, but it's how it goes, I guess. Choose your fate. Bandits are guarding a retracted bridge over a river. They demand that anyone passing pays a toll. They want 15 food to pass safely. How much food do we have? For one thing, 37. Well, 37 food. We use 5 a day. I think we can spare it. I don't want to take the detour and then risk running out of gas in a little while. Because it can use like 50 to 100 gas, I think. I really don't know exactly how much, but I've seen it used quite a bit, so we're going to pay the toll of 15 food. We're not going to refuse and fight. That's too dangerous. Morale's going down, which is also pretty bad, but it should be okay. I really would have preferred to have our 4th dog right now. That's not even what we were going for, and this... Ooh. Being so close and then having it ripped away from us like that, that was pretty upsetting. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out yesterday's episode. The group is sitting around a campfire. Finding this campsite was rough, so they are getting in a bad mood. The group eats a decent meal. So, Oren's morale goes back up. What do we want to do with John here? His wits are high, so we can plan out tomorrow. His morale goes up. Very good. I think the sing-along is conditional on, like, attitude, and I don't know enough attitudes to make that worth it. Hey, it's Cameron. He's a paranoid martial artist, which is actually pretty good. But we still have a chance to get another dog in the group, so we're going to leave Cameron behind. Sorry, Cameron. I feel like we leave you behind more often than we recruit you, and for that I apologize, but we still have a chance to get a 4th dog in this party. We should bring as little attention to ourselves as possible. I feel like we've been saying that a lot lately. While driving on the death road, the group decides to make a stop for supplies at a crowded Walmart. That'll have more loot for us. The fancy office will have a safe full of stuff. Crowded Walmart, ammo and food, guaranteed. I'm gonna go crowded Walmart. I almost changed my mind there, but I'm going with my gut. The group sees a big Walmart. A large amount of undead protects the supplies scattered around inside. It's a thick and irritated swarm. In the late afternoon, we're going bargain hunting. DogAndPony gets his stuff back that we took away from him. He was using the nightstick, wasn't he? Does it really matter? Between nightstick and hatchet, I don't terribly know if it's different. By which I mean, I don't know if they're terribly different. I would imagine they're pretty similar. I can't see anything behind the car, so wanted to get out of there quickly. I knew there was a zombie, didn't know where it was, didn't want to find out. By dying. So far, so good. Our dogs do really go through these zombies quite nicely. I want to pop inside. Oh, wow. Right by the door there. I want to pop inside, kind of lure them toward us, and then go back out. Take care of the ones already in the parking lot while a few more funnel into it from the store. There are like 6 zombies caught on the cars over there. I don't want to use my gun. Either of them. I mean, the snub nose we could probably use pretty reasonably. We have so much ammo for that. Let's take a look. You know what? Why hoard all the ammo and then never end up using it? It's not like we can take more than 60 with us into the last encounter. That's not true. We could take 150 with us into the last encounter. Or we could take more than that, depending on how many snub-nosed pistols we pick up along the way. And other pistols and Uzis, things like that. Equip more pistol-like weapons, you get higher capacity for the ammunition. So really we could take probably all of our ammo if we got the right guns. But it doesn't matter. Let's use what we got and know that we can't take it with us after the end of the game. So I think we got to win here. I don't think we really have a chance at losing everyone. We could lose someone, that's for sure. Especially with the amount that DogAndPony's getting fatigued here without me realizing it. We could definitely lose him. This is not very crowded. I gotta admit, this is a pretty easy scavenging trip. While the dogs are killing those zombies, I'm gonna try to loot all these shelves here. I see one over there. I'm gonna grab that. All right. I think I'll go in this room. I'm sure there's loot we haven't grabbed from around this building. I'm gonna start going to the side rooms though, and kinda as I'm finding the other rooms around the edges, I will grab anything else that we see. This is a nice room. Some gasoline is definitely appreciated. We don't need it, but we don't not need it. So there's always that. If we do find a chainsaw eventually, that'll be really nice to have. There is a tractor trailer driving by outside, but I needed to make sure that it wasn't my computer making that sound. I'm still nervous that just in case the power supply isn't the only thing that was broken in my computer, if there's still more that needs to be addressed. So when I hear loud grinding noises like that, I like to be safe rather than sorry. All right, 2 toilets, bringing us ever closer to that coveted toilet genie. And the little bit of bonus gasoline there, it certainly doesn't hurt. All right, this looks like the last door, and it looks like we pretty much did clear all the loot. Wow, that's 2 containers of gas, which means probably like 50 to 60 more gas. 60 more, that's incredible. We got 95 gasoline just in here, which is about as much as you can expect from like, one of the finding a new car after being on foot encounters. It is getting dark, which means we are getting out of here. Back into our exterminator van. All right, feeling pretty good so far. I really hope we encounter another dog, and I really hope we get the option to not keep Dog and Pony this time so we can have 4 dogs. The group finds a gas station. You know what? We're just gonna leave them alone. We don't need more gas. I mean, sure, we could get some more and it'd be great. We're not gonna night siphon either. We're getting these at inopportune times. All right, wait until morning, and hey, look, we can't get the gasoline. That's fine. 5 days left. Feeling so good. Please give me another dog, though. Bronson, or at least just give me a rare character that we haven't won with yet. Bronson meets another survivor who rants about seeing an oiled bodybuilder that was too swole to control, ripping zombies in half after bench pressing them. Dog and Pony convinces the woman to give more details. He instead provides some great exercise tips, so Dog and Pony's morale goes up, and his strength increases. Had to take a quick drink of water there. That's really helpful. I am very glad that Dog and Pony got some more strength, because his is just terrible. We're going to visit this trader camp. We got 30 food. Might be able to buy a chainsaw. That might be a little bit of a risk. Who is that? Is that a new rare character? I think I remember reading something about that character. We're going to try to use Charm for even more strength training. Oh boy. That's pretty good. We're not that weak anymore. Fitness instructor, leave for now. Zombie Harvest. The group meets a sturdy woman wearing old-fashioned clothes. No, we encountered this person, but couldn't afford to recruit her. We're gonna leave for now. I want to talk to Carnage Weapons. Chainsaw for 20. So, let me look at the achievements real quick. Who is that lady there? Like, what is her name as a character? I doubt she's one of the 3 hidden achievements. I think she might just be new and they haven't added the achievement in yet. So I'm not going to take the risk by recruiting her. Instead, we're going to buy the chainsaw. We can't afford to do both. I mean, we literally can afford to do both, but we will starve. So, chainsaw for 20 food. Haha. Ha. Perfect. Rip them all apart. The trader falls for Dog and Pony's charm and gives extra food. Or gas. Not food. So now we have another 40 gas there. Pretty great. I'm definitely liking how this is going. how this is going. I think I've said that a lot. The group is surprised by a large horde. All right, it's a siege in a house. It's an hour long, and it's afternoon. This is going to be super easy. Is it even worth it to bring the chainsaw at this point? I'm going to say no and just kind of go with what we got. We need to, and we're going to be able to, kill all of these zombies before too many more spawn. This was pretty easy. Dog and Pony's newfound strength is crazy helpful. We got some loot in here, which I think is, I previously would have said that that's pretty uncommon to get a decent amount of loot out of a siege. I mean, it was only 1 food and 6 shotgun shells. It's not incredible or anything, but I think it's just a relatively new addition. Maybe just before I had to stop playing, I think they just made it so that more loot spawns in sieges, so that when you get siege events, it's not just a ton of really hard combat, you get a reward out of it too. More than just the glimmer of hope. Because you can get a siege instead of like a grocery store trip. So I feel like there should be like at least half a night's worth of food at a siege. The siege is over, we can now try to escape, which means I'm going to switch back to my hatchet. And yeah, I think we're good. We'll be able to kill these zombies slowly as we also slowly lure them into this corner and then sneak past the last few to the door. No matter what, we're always making a little bit of achievement progress. As long as we win the game, we're getting toward a streak. This will be a 2-game streak if we win this one. And as long as we're killing zombies, we're getting toward the 100,000 zombies killed achievement. I think, as usual, we'll probably go with morale and random skill gain. Let's see how our morale is looking. It's pretty bad. So I'm glad we have this option. We always have the option, but I'm glad about that. Oren got mechanical, Dog and Pony got fitness, which is great because I would have wanted to get fitness specifically for him anyway, but not for the dogs. Unfortunately, Bronson got shooting, which is pretty useless, and John got shooting as well. I don't think that's going to be helpful unless we get another dog and kick Dog and Pony out so we have smart dogs, which I don't even know if a full party of dogs would become smart dogs or not. In the morning, there's a moose outside the camp. It looks injured and is just glaring at the group. Even injured, a moose is pretty, a really powerful creature. Probably best not to mess with it. Obviously not going to wrestle it. Obviously not going to treat its injuries. We're not very good at medical and we don't have a lot of supplies. And our shooting is pretty bad, so we're going to leave it alone because we would not succeed in any of those checks. You can slow zombies down by dropping furniture in front of them. Yeah, I know, I do that. That's one of the first things I figured out for myself. Convenience Mart or pharmacy. I think we'll find medical supplies at both. We've got enough medical supplies right now. Let's go to the Convenience Mart, try to get back some of that food we spent on the chainsaw that we haven't even used. You really don't need these, guys. You'll find more, I'm sure. We have a pretty full inventory of stuff we just really don't need. But let's do this. No sense in dilly-dallying on the equip screen. There was a house this way that I want to go to, and I don't want to damage our car. The dogs hit it like once or twice. That'll be fine. I didn't want to hit it with the hatchet and thus delay the movement of the dogs, causing them to hit it more than once or twice. This is going to be rough. All right, I'm glad I got him without hitting the car. I was thinking like, I'll either hit the car with the hatchet or I won't manage to kill the zombie in one hit and then the dogs will hit the car a whole bunch. Luckily, we managed to avoid any of that happening. A house to loot would be fantastic, or even, you know, the Convenience Mart that we came here for. That's a dead end. I was going to take the left side of it. Oops. All right. Sorry about that. No. Oh, okay. Back to it. I hit my microphone and it came unclipped. If you're wondering what just happened. Ooh, Oh boy. I'd love to be strong enough to lift one of these chairs. That's like a pretty good level of strength. I think you need to have Smiley to do that, but not double Smiley, just regular Smiley. And we're at neutral strength, which is pretty good considering that he started with the lowest possible value. And we trained Patsy once or twice before she got kicked out of the group. So, you know, we've gotten a lot of opportunities to train strength in this game. Who would have guessed? I think if we get like a pet store or maybe even just another dog magnet event, maybe it randomly selects the one character that isn't an option. So if we get another one, maybe Dog and Pony will show up that time. Or because Dog Magnet uses Dog and Pony as its origin, like he attracted the dog, we can't get rid of Dog and Pony during those. But if we get like a pet store, we might be able to kick Dog and Pony out of the group. So we'll see. Other events, we might be able to recruit a dog in a trader area, trader camp, though I don't think so. All right, chop and go. Ooh, food on that shelf. Didn't notice it until, well, I was about to take it and then the dog took it before I did. Just fine. Got another toilet, getting closer and closer to that genie. We'll try to save it for the next run though. It's dark in here, by which I mean it's dark in this town. This is gonna be dangerous, but I do have a lot of fun with these explosives. The propane tanks, I like using them. So even though I know it's a risk and can hurt myself with it, I still just think it's worth it in a fun way. That one is a little too dangerous to go back and try to pick up. We lost a dog. That's okay. We weren't gonna get a fourth dog anyway. We just weren't allowed to, you know? Now if we get a dog magnet again, we'll probably be able to pick up. I don't know who died. It was the one that's not identical to the other two. Oh, I was really hoping it was one of the two identical ones so that we could not have to confuse them anymore. I'm gonna switch to the snub nose. We're not done looting. Not even close. That dog's death was entirely my fault for being stupid with the propane tank. I probably, as soon as it was not exploded when I threw it, I should have gotten out a gun and shot it until it exploded so that it didn't do what it did instead. But at the same time, I don't know why the dog was that close to it. I was trying to get us further and further away from it, and the dog was just kind of near it for some reason. Let's go to the next house. Gonna keep shooting and trying to kill as many zombies as we can before we go inside. This is the last lootable building in the town now, and there's stuff in it too. It's not just debris. Gotta kill these. There we go. Junk. Don't give me that. Ooh, we're strong enough to lift that bed, which is gonna help me out here. Alrighty. The way collisions work in doorways, a zombie can go through a doorway through the bed that I'm carrying. It's pretty interesting. I know that it would be probably really difficult the way the engine like looks at doorways, the way the engine knows that doorways exist and then transitions you between rooms to allow for colliding with stuff between them. But it is just a little it gets a little bit jarring to see that happen. Let's hop into the car and get out of this town. It's a little bit late, but oh well. Unfortunately, we did lose a dog. I don't remember its name. I only remember John and Bronson. Gloomy weather trip? The weather is gray and dingy. It's really cold. Or what? It's really getting the group down. That's what that says. Someone decides to speak up to help the mood. Who's got the best attitude? DogAndPony has a good attitude, so let's try him. DogAndPony starts talking to improve the mood. He loses his temper and starts venting about the weather. He feels better, but everyone else has to endure the rants. It was composure based. His morale went up. It's as high as can be, but the others went down to just neutral. So that wasn't great. But we can still manage it. It's not really bad. Shoot golf balls at the zombies or drive away with no sleep. We're gonna prepare for the siege. If you were present for the live stream, you might be saying, wait, don't, but we'll be fine. It's cool. Maybe I should bring the chainsaw. But then again, I've got guns. But then again, maybe I should bring the chainsaw. Just in case. I think it's gonna be a good idea to just shoot right away. Again, there's just no point in conserving all of this ammo. There's 3 days left, and we have tons of pistol ammo to go through, so we might as well use it. And it's helping a lot, keeping us from getting fatigued. Hey dogs, let's come up this way so we don't get cornered by this crowd that for some reason decided to go up that aisle. I'm not really sure why their pathfinding was bringing them up that aisle, but better to deal with it now than die later. Oh, I can't aim. Come on. I don't really understand how the aiming works. Let's boot up this chainsaw and cut through this and then go back to here. And of course, back to our snub-nosed pistol. This is about to end, and I'll probably chainsaw through the last of the crowd, though maybe not. Maybe I'll just try to, you know what? No, chainsaw. That was a little bit of a waste of the gas, but I started it up too far away from where I was gonna enter the crowd, but it's cool. We're done. There's a few more zombies left. I'm gonna loot the place, and now I'll head out. I don't need the golf clubs. I don't want the golf clubs. Oh, come on, John. Or Bronson. Bronson's morale increases, so does John's. DogAndPony's couldn't, so we're good. 3 days left. We've got 2 days worth of food, and almost a third. Swarm rest stop or sewer rescue? That's actually a tough one. Let's do the... We could drive around a little bit more. That uses so much gas, though. Let's do the sewer rescue. Or the swarmed rest stop. I don't want to do either. Swarmed rest stop would get us a little bit of food, a little bit of... Let's do this. It's a very thick hunting swarm after dark. We're going to attempt to explore. I think I'm going to keep this loadout here and put Bronson's golf club away. I can't believe this car is still running. I'm expecting it to break down very soon. I think we're gonna have to kind of start with the chainsaw. There's such a large crowd here that we don't really have any other options. I wish I could chop down that bush with my chainsaw. It'd be pretty nice, pretty nifty, for no reason whatsoever. I mean, it would get rid of an obstacle for us that makes it harder to see, if nothing else. And, you know, that happens with, like, the trees, too, at some cabins. They block the door, they make it hard to see. I'm gonna shoot. I accidentally scrolled right past it. Want to get rid of this lingering crowd. This is not a rescue, right? This is just a swarmed rest stop. The sewer rescue, the swarmed rest stop. That's what those were. There is a lot of zombies here. I mean, it is swarmed, so I'll give them points for accuracy, that's for sure. The nice thing about this encounter versus the sewer rescue, I think with the sewer rescue, we probably would have had to encountered someone in the first room and then had to find a new way out. Whereas with this one, if we just got overwhelmed, we could hop right back in the car and leave. No loss for us. And it's cheaper than the 34 gas we'd spend to try to find something new. Goodness gracious. I think it's time to whip the hatchet out to stop wasting our ammo in case we do get into a pinch indoors. It's really late. This might be a good opportunity to learn about what someone asked on the live stream on Saturday. Someone said, if you stay out really late and it rolls around to like 6 or 7 a.m., does it start to get light out again? And do the zombies go back to being not riled up? Do they get groggy from being all riled up by the darkness? Like, does it... So I think that boils down to two different questions. A, does it get light out again? And that, I would guess, yes. And B, do they reset to morning time zombies? And that, I would guess, no. I don't know if they're spawning or if there's just hundreds of them behind the building that are just gradually coming around the building. And either way, it's bad news, but if it's the second one, we should be fine basically now. If it's the first one, we're never gonna get a chance to go inside, and we basically just wasted a bunch of gas and ammo. So I think we gotta go inside. And then use the last of our gas to try to cut our way out quickly. Which is, we're gonna be in a pretty urgent situation trying to get out of here. I don't care about toilet loot. Let's just keep looting, try to find what we're actually here for, which is food, primarily. We've gotten 2 of it. That's it. Oh my goodness. Very little loot here. Might have to start shooting again and chainsawing our way out of this door. There's usually, in rest stops, I think it's now like a bathroom full of loot, which is gonna be this room. Maybe it's not guaranteed to be a bathroom, it's just one of the rooms is arbitrarily filled with loot all over the floor, I think. Like food mostly, not arbitrary loot, but arbitrarily one of the rooms. Dog, come on. Okay, thank you. One of them came out, the other one stayed in there. I'm going to use the gun for looting assistance. Maybe not, now that it's a lot thicker of a crowd. But they're all coming out of that door. So we should be able to deal with them with just the hatchet. When they were spread out inside that room, they were a lot harder to deal with than when they're all crowded up, spilling out through the doorway. There's only like 6 or 7 of them left. We shouldn't have too hard of a time just taking them out. I see that one creeping up behind us, don't worry. I mean, you might want to worry. Just because I see it doesn't mean I'm gonna handle it properly. Gotta stop sweating. Let's get in here and grab all this loot while we stop being so tired. Hammer and a wrench, don't care. Food, bullets, guns that I don't want. And let's try to get out of here, see how the crowd has gotten on here. Oh, poorly. Poorly for us, anyway. Let's just keep shooting until we run out of ammo, and then try to chainsaw our way safely out of here. Maybe not till we run out of ammo. We might run out of zombies before that. Hopefully. I thought we only had like 10, 15 ammo left. We had 30. Now we have just about 15. Oh my goodness. And shooting in this game is not easy. I'm gonna get carpal tunnel from these little circles that I have to make using inherently square controls. You know, WASD. My goodness. Let's start this up, cut through, and just get out. Wow. Okay. So many zombies. Spawning so quickly. We're not sticking around until 7 a.m. Sorry. We'll have to wait until another day. We got 11 food. We doubled our supply. We're going to be all set for the rest of the game. Probably won't be able to buy anything great in the last trader stop, but that is all for now. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I will see you in the next episode.